Hello guys, Dhananjay here and welcome back to a new video. Another laptop, another video. This is MSI Prestige 14 Evo. This is not a gaming laptop by any means. I can lift it very easily. I can carry it very easily. It's a very thin and lightweight laptop at just about 1.29 kgs. And that's considerably thin. So as I said, not a gaming laptop, but it definitely impressed me with a lot of other stuff. We'll talk about everything in this video. So without further delay, let's get started. First of all, I'm going to talk about the display, because whenever a laptop has good display quality and at the price tag or at which MSI Prestige 14 is going to be available, I was not expecting bad display obviously, but the 1080p resolution on a 14-inch form factor looks sharp and the display quality is really good. Viewing angles are amazing. Colors look great. Laptop does not have HDR certification. I mean, if it would have been there, it would have been cherry on the top, but that's not there. The laptop is on lock screen right now. I'll just keep my finger here and the device couldn't recognize. Try again. I'll try again and it will unlock with my fingerprint sensor. Yes, fingerprint sensor is there on the trackpad itself and it works super fine, as you can see. Windows Hello support is also there in the laptop, because there is an IR camera here and a regular camera as well, which can be used for calls, Zoom meeting sessions, everything, and it's on the top and not at the bottom. Next up, let's talk about the keyboard and trackpad. First, let's talk about the trackpad. The trackpad is huge. This is the largest and the biggest trackpad that I've seen in a laptop or any of the laptops that I've reviewed on the channel. You obviously find huge trackpads on MacBooks, and this is something similar. I feel like this is a little bit larger than MacBook trackpad as well, and the trackpad accuracy is very well. You can use 3 fingers to swipe up and do all the other stuff, gestures basically, which are available in Windows 10, which can be used on the MSI Prestige 14 Evo. When it comes to the clickiness, the trackpad feels good to touch, but if you use the top part of the trackpad to double click or single click, it doesn't work. But I guess that's obvious, because trackpad is supposed to work at the bottom half of the part and you usually use that. But having a huge trackpad is something which you need in a laptop, and you need a Windows laptop, then this is definitely one of the laptops to go for, because you do not really have a lot of options. When it comes to the keyboard has nice backlighting. I recently reviewed one of the Asus Flip laptops. It also had backlighting, but it was not as good as MSI Prestige 14. This one looks much better in my opinion. It's much more spread out, and that's always a plus point for a laptop. When it comes to typing experience, the keyboard has good tactile feedback. It does have good key travel as well, so typing for long hours is going to be a breeze on the laptop. That's not an issue. Combined with the huge trackpad, if that's something which you always wanted in a laptop, this laptop becomes really good work oriented laptop if you're going to do a lot of work which requires you to type a lot. The laptop, as I said, has a nice display and it has a nice hinge as well. As I said, once again, it can be opened with one hand and it can go to 180 degrees. But there is one small caveat. Whenever you go to 180 degrees, the laptop ends up lifting from this side. It's just a very minor thing that I'm picking up, but I noticed it, so I'm letting you know. There are these small rubber pads which will make sure that the laptop's body does not get scratched whenever you do this 180 degree thing. And whenever you get a laptop with 180 degree, you are going to do it at 180 degree even if you are not planning to use it, because that's what I do at least. If you have a 180 degree laptop, not 180 degree laptop, a laptop which goes to 180 degrees, do you do this very often even if you're not planning to use it? Frankly speaking, I'm not really sure why someone would use a laptop like this at 180 degrees. I mean, I can imagine few scenarios, but not a lot of them. Next up, let's talk about the ports, and there are a lot of ports actually. I was happy with the port situation. On the left side, we have 2 Thunderbolt ports, and having Thunderbolt ports always makes me happy, and that's because I have this Samsung T7 SSD. If I use the Thunderbolt port, then it can go to 700, 800, 900 MBs very easily. That's obviously because of the SSD being very fast. The 512 GB variant that I have, I was able to copy files from this SSD by using the Thunderbolt port in the laptop with great speeds of 700, 800 Mbps very easily, very easily. And the SSD on this laptop is very fast. On the right side, we have just one USB-A port. Then we have a micro SD card slot. Then we have a headphone jack port. I'm glad that it's there. You can use your regular headphones. You can also use your USB Type-C headphones. If you have USB Type-C phone, then USB Type-C adapter can be used on the Thunderbolt port and the audio will come out of it. Having a Thunderbolt port is always a nice thing, and that's present on the MSI Prestige 14 Evo. Now let's talk about the build quality. The laptop does feel well built. Metal is used here. It looks nice. It feels good. MSI branding, which is the new logo which MSI has, looks good as well. On the bottom side, we do not have any vents directly, but we have this cool design which acts as vents for the laptop. On the left side we do not have any vents, and on the right side we do not have any vents. Where are the vents, then you may ask? Then those vents are present here. So whenever you are using the laptop and playing games and the fans are running very high, the temperatures are high, then the fans air is going to hit the display part. I mean, it will not directly go to the display, it will hit this part over here, but then it will come in the front itself. It will not be like it will be dispersed in the back side. It will come in the front, and the display part or the surrounding part of this laptop in the front will become warm. Let's talk about the gaming benchmarks and the benchmarks. Obviously, as I said, the laptop is not a gaming one. You can definitely play games like CSGO, Valorant, GTA 5 at 60 FPS, but playing these games at high graphics setting is not going to yield a good result. So if you are someone who is adamant on playing a game at 1080p resolution like me, I'm like 720p mein itna maza nahi aata, I want to play at 1080p resolution only, then you will have to lower down the settings. But it is possible to play games like CSGO or GTA 5 at about 60 FPS. But if you decide to go at a higher graphics setting, then the FPS is going to drop to about 40. Now the Intel i7-1185G7 processor inside the laptop performs good. I mean, for a laptop which is not oriented towards gaming, it's good. The processor does not bottleneck for sure, but the Iris Xe graphic card, I would say it definitely performs slightly better as compared to the MX250 series graphic card that we had earlier. So in that way, it does perform better. It does perform better as compared to the last generation of similar series of processor. So that's always a plus point. But if you're planning to buy this laptop for serious gaming, I have said it multiple times, don't. If you are someone who does a lot of work and does a lot of typing work and office work and wants to play games like CSGO or Valorant after the work hours or in the work hours, that's your choice, at 60 FPS, then that's possible with this laptop. So slight gaming with a lot of work, then this MSI Prestige 14 laptop will be a good recommendation. As of shooting this video, I am not aware about the pricing of this laptop as of yet, but I'm expecting this laptop to be anywhere from 70 to 80,000 rupees. But I'm expecting this laptop to be priced at about 1 lakh rupees maybe, because this is an i7 variant. But I'm sure there will be an i5 variant of this laptop as well. So if you are someone who is not going to do a lot of CPU heavy tasks, then you can save some money and go with the i5 variant of this laptop, the i5 11th generation processor by Intel. And that will still perform really good, because I have already reviewed another laptop by Asus, the Flip one, which can go to 60 or 360 degrees, and it can be used as, it has touch as well. I'll give a link of that at the end of this video. Do watch that video. In that video, I talked about the performance of that laptop, and the i5 processor did perform good. I am not saying that i7 is not good. i7 obviously performs better, but if your work does not require i7 processor, then you can save some money and go with the i5 variant. And I guess that's pretty much it for the laptop. I did not talk about a couple of things which I want to mention. The battery life, you can get about 7 hours of battery life, 7 to 8 hours of battery life. 8 hours is, I would say, a little bit of stretch, but 7 hours is possible if you just watch normal YouTube content, or if you do word typing on Word, and if you use it on the best battery mode and you do not use it on best performance. If you use it on best performance, the battery life will drop to about 4 to 5 hours. So do remember that. Another thing, the function button is present on the extreme right side. I'm usually used to function button being on the left side. Not complaining, but just a small minor thing which I noticed. And usually I'm used to backspace button being at the extreme right, and so that I have this muscle memory to going to the right side and pressing the button, which is the backspace button. But there is one extra column of buttons at the end, and the power button is here, and the power button indicates that it's charging. And if you put the laptop on mute, the light will glow, which is another nice touch. And I guess that's pretty much it for this particular laptop. If you still have any more doubts, sessions, or queries regarding this particular laptop, do let me know about that in the comment section box below, or you can tweet it to me at @dhananjay_tech. If you want us to add something specific in our laptop reviews, do let us know about that in the comment section box below. We'll be more than happy to add those in the coming laptop reviews that we are planning to do. So yeah, thank you guys. Thank you for watching.